Okay, so we're live. So welcome everyone. This is the next episode of Craig Butler's, of course, Football Unfiltered. Pleasure to be here again. Not the best weather, so we're here remotely. But of course, there's a lot of stuff's been happening. And so before we get to everything, as usual, Craig, how are you? How's everything? How's everything in Phoenix at Mona? How's things been going?
Well, it's been great. It's a very powerful season thus far, not just for Mona, but for all the Phoenix players that are participating in this year's Manning Cup. Um, Great, joyous events thus far. Mona is on 30 goals in 4 games, which I believe probably is a record or something, but it's really good attacking football. Whisper is dominating down at KC with a brilliant opening day performance. And Dylan is doing extremely well at Jamaica College too. And Jamani Bell and RJ down at Woolmer's are also performing. Jamani is on, I think, 3 or 4 goals, and his team has scored 7. They've been winning, by small margins, but they're still winning and they're doing well. And he's the main architect behind that. He's on 3 or 4 goals, I believe, of 7, and had some assists as well. So RJ has had some really good clean sheets at Woolmer's, and the Mona team is just sensational, just totally true to the system, totally capable and demolishing our opponents one by one.
Yeah, so speaking of all that, I mean, RJ is going to be up next tomorrow, right? I mean, Mona's going to be facing Wilmers tomorrow at 3:30 Jamaica time. So how are the boys feeling to go against some of the teammates?
Well, it's really a fun thing for all of them. They're enjoying it. They're, ribbing each other and teasing each other. But the important thing is that the football develops and they develop. So I think the competition is going to be good for them. They have, playing with all these other schools also has shown them the quality of work that you get done at Phoenix, the quality of football education, and so I'm excited about that. But even more importantly, excited is the fact that Kyle is back in football, trying to get back to where he was as a player and putting in the work, training, and it's exciting for all of us. That word exciting keeps resonating through my statements. As you can say, I'm happy, very excited.
You're always backing up everything you're saying. It's funny. I saw your the Mortal Kombat video you made. Yeah. Anyways, that was.
I'm having fun.
That's what I
What's
thought.
the sense of doing things if you're not gonna have fun? They're talking about, oh well, you need to be respectful. You need to. It's a Manning Cup football game. Come on, it's fun.
Exactly.
So yeah, I like Mortal Kombat, and the boys know for a long time. It's like I like it.
You're playing the newest one, or do you mean you knew what you were doing there?
What this?
No, the game, the controller.
Oh yeah. No, it's not the newest one. It's actually it's not the newest one. It's the PlayStation 4's version.
Oh, okay.
So we're
So
saying.
I have some of the highlights that I can just play here. I mean, this was the last match that we had with Mona versus Papine. I mean, it was actually like a scrappy match. I mean, the weather was horrible. I mean, the conditions was all muddy. But what was your, I guess, what was your summary about this game? How did you feel about it?
Well, it's actually painful for me because, as you know, Richie is a big part of Phoenix, and he's one of our main coaches as well. And he coaches Papine along with Deaton, another Phoenix coach. So to play against them wasn't easy. They held us for about 30 minutes, really. And then
And they
the
had a chance.
floodgates exploded because of the incessant pressure. But one of the things I can tell is that Papine has actually improved rapidly. They're playing a system. They're trying to execute. They're growing, and most of the players can also play next year. So I'm excited about what I'm seeing at Papine. I'm excited about the development of football in this area, in the Kingston 6 area. And I think that with the Mona, Papine, JC in the Hope Road area, they'll do well. Even Campion is not doing so badly.
Yeah, Campion beat was it Calabar? I think it was Calabar they had beaten.
No. Campion is not in the same zone as Calabar. I think they beat KT.
KT. Okay. Yeah. Hi, David and Kurt. Thank you for joining. And Speng Dunn saying Whisper has been scoring some bangers, which is true. I mean, some of the goals that we've been seeing is just, and it's funny because you've been saying this. It's no surprise to me when I saw that, right? I mean, it's a surprise to a lot of the people who don't pay attention or who don't want to listen. But everybody who's been listening to you, this is just every day for Whisper, right?
Right, this is nothing new. Whisper's been prepared and he's a top talent. We've been working really hard, myself and his dad and Phoenix, to get him to that level. And all the players, Dylan is playing extremely well too at JC. The goals Whisper is scoring are just astounding. I think Dylan's already on 3 goals and a couple assists well at Jamaica College as well. And he's only 16. The funny thing about it is most of the players are still young, 16, 17 years old. So it's going to be exciting coming up. And the tour we were supposed to go on in September, we postponed it to November because of the visa issues and the timing of getting everything done. So we're looking forward to everybody joining back together and going and making a statement in Europe.
Yeah. And who's been your standout? I mean, I know all the players have been doing good, but who's been the most standout? Maybe that surprised you? Maybe just been, I guess, a good where you can really see his development come to light. Anyone in particular?
No, Mona is just developing at an alarming rate together. There's no weakness in the team. There's no player that you could say, developed well over this period. They all developed well. You have a central defender that's the leading goal scorer in Manning Cup right now. That is Donhue Mitchell. He's on 9 goals. And several assists as well. And he's playing central defender,
Yeah.
So what does that tell you? We have Zane Pinnock on 6 goals. We have Kante, Romar and Thomas on 4 goals. Papa, Hazard, he's on Kishane Garden. He's on, I think, 3 or 4 goals. Dante on 2 goals. They're all performing. It's not one person on the team.
Yeah.
Even the goalkeeper has 2 goals and 3 assists, Hakeem Bernard.
Yeah.
So what can he say? It's total football at its best.
It was, I think, Camperdown, where he subbed out or he switched with an outfield player, and you brought on your backup goalie. So that was a good move too.
Yeah. Is Whisper online now, D?
No, I don't see anyone yet.
Okay. Yeah, so we're looking forward to having them on and sharing a little bit. What do you think about the upcoming game with Argentina?
Yeah, I mean, that's a whole other story. I mean, we saw the new coach. I think he did a press conference today. I mean, he has seems like he has high hopes and high expectations from some of the stuff he was saying. But I don't know. I mean, he knows, I guess from my perspective, from what I've seen, he knows how to implement the system, which is what he did with Iceland. He knows how to. I know Iceland had a big developmental cycle when they did well at the Euros and the World Cup, or when they qualified for the World Cup. But we'll see.
Did they qualify for this year's World Cup?
No, they didn't qualify this year's, but they qualified 18, I think it was. So they got to the quarters of the semi. No, I think it was quarterfinals in the Euro. Very far with him as coach, and then they qualified for the following. That was 2016. And they qualified for the following World Cup, but they haven't done well since then. There's feedback on the sorry about that, guys. I'll try to fix it. But Craig, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on him as a coach coming in?
I think it's very exciting. I mean, we have Messi's. If you look behind me, there's Messi's jersey, in the yellow, and I'm excited to see one of our own from the Phoenix Academy coming through, going to the Premier League, going to the Belgian Premier League, dominating, going to the German Premier League, dominating, and then on to the English Premier League, which I believe he will dominate soon. He had some really good performances recently. To see him going up now and playing against Lionel Messi, that's really an accomplishment for him, for Jamaica, and for the academy. And to be the main man in the team and somebody they're looking forward to be the creative maestro in the team, I think it's going to be great. And I think for Jamaica on a whole, all the players have the talent. I believe they're very good, talented players that deserve the opportunity to go further and deserve the opportunity to play within a system. What we need to do is to recognize what our system is, and we're trying to show that through Mona. So hopefully they'll recognize it and implement it, because our system is really all out attack, with speed, creativity, discipline, all going a part of it. So I think that's where the key is, So I think that's what we should be doing. The impact of someone being 3 steps faster than you. Over the years, we have negated that impact, that importance in the games. And if we're 3 steps faster than our opponents, what we need to be doing is to push for a system that will allow us the freedom to exploit that speed, to exploit that creativity, to exploit the discipline that is going to be required. And that's where our challenges were in the past, but at Mona, we're showing that we have the discipline to do it. So, yeah, that's where we are. So, I guess I'll have to be carrying it on, because I haven't seen. Brandon seems to be out, his internet not working.
No,
So,
can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. What happened?
Yeah, there's I'm trying to switch to my phone, but I was having some trouble. But let me know if you guys can hear us okay, because there's someone saying there was feedback. Are you hearing feedback, Craig?
There's some feedback, yeah, but not that much that I can't hear you.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess that's what it is. We have to see, just give him the benefit of the doubt, I guess is the word. I mean, see how he sets things up. I mean, I know personally how you feel about that Andre Blake situation, but do you think the coach handled it well? I mean, he came in and just said he's in the team. I mean, it seemed like he was.
Well, that's one of the things that I believe the only way he could have handled it. Any other way would have been a disaster, because it would be, pretty much Jamaica against the JFF and against him. Mikey, come on, come on. Yeah.
Mikey Jr.
Yes, so it's important for me, as I said, to recognize what our systems are. Even this thing with Blake, it's how we handle things that's important. So we have Matthew and Dante.
Here's a good question for him, actually. Part question for you and him. So, Coach, how do you help the players handle some of the poor pitches they play on? And then, I guess, second to that, you can ask Mikey how he deals with that as well as a player.
Well, I will answer my part first, is that you develop them on the poor pitches so that when they do start playing on great pitches, it's going to be that much easier for them. The skills and stuff that you see Leon have, or any of the other players that come through Phoenix having, Kemar Reed, etc., Whisper, it's because their concentration level has to be that much higher on a pitch that if you take your eye off the ball, a stone's going to, chinks it away and you'll make a mistake. So, yeah, it's great for us to be developed on bad pitches. You can always turn a negative into a positive if you look. Depends on how you look at it. Some people will say, well, you won't be able to get, your balance or your thinking because you have to be worried about the ball. I see it a different way. I see you worried about the ball. No, yeah. Learning to play with a difficult service makes you that much more competent when you have good services. But again, here's Mikey and Dante that have now joined us. So
Can you guys hear me better? Hey, Craig, can you hear me?
yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to fix this issue. But hey, guys, how are you guys doing?
Yeah, they're saying I need to send the link better to the other guys because I copied the link.
Try click on the link.
Oh, the actual invite.
Yeah, so that's what he's asking about you, how you feel about playing on the rough surfaces, how you handle the rough surfaces when you play.
Hi, my name is Mikey again. Playing on the rough surface, it's get my control better, get me more focus on the ball, and it's even more better when you go overseas now because you're so used to the rough pitch in Jamaica. Your control is more cleaner and you're more calmer on the ball.
What about you, Dante?
When you're there playing on the rougher surfaces here in Jamaica, you have to really concentrate on the ball, keep your eyes on the ball, see where the ball's going and everything. And then after that, to get into the right frame of mind to to control with the ball, like what you want to do. You want to take a good first touch or a one-time pass or a one-time shot to it and with it.
Yeah. They're playing on the Papine pitch. First of all, guys, let us know if the feedback is fixed. I don't
You're,
get that.
you're breaking up. We can't hear you so well. What you said?
You still hear the feedback?
Yeah, we're still hearing some feedback.
Okay, I don't know. I don't think we can
Brandon.
get rid of it, but I mean,
Brandon.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can get on. Okay.
Try go into the WhatsApp group and click on the link. You can get on now.
You're not following the procedure. All I need to do is click on the link. No? If they don't have it, then they copy the link and put the link into thing. There you have some games.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask Dante, how was he feeling during which one should we? I think he did well at the Camperdown match. Well, he did well at them all, but in the Camperdown match, I know he had a couple goals. I'll get rid of that. So Dante, how are you feeling so far this season? I mean, do you feel like you're progressing well? I mean, overall, I mean, how are you feeling?
Well, for me, I've had a great start to the season. I'm already on 1 goal and 5 assists.
Yeah.
And I hope I can continue with this momentum into the end, straight to the end of the season, and hopefully get the win, and bring back the trophy to Mona.
Yeah, and so we're going to see your goal here. So, I mean, you scored in the Hydel match, right? Or sorry, the Camperdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what were your thoughts going when you scored that goal? We're going to see it here soon.
Well, I just remember I was there crashing the box, and then Conte was there going to the line with the ball. And then since I was already in front of the defender, all he had to do was like put the ball back on me, and then I just tapped the ball into the goal. And then I was off after that.
Yeah, you had a missed header. I don't know if you heard me. There was the time where you missed the header. I was right behind the net. You'll probably see it, and I was like, "No!" I screamed. I was like, "No, Dante!" I think it's this right here, and I'm right there behind this. So
totally caught on the wrong side of the head.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this was a good match. For you guys. I mean, how are you playing with your teammates? Is everyone in sync? I mean, any issues you guys are trying to fix right now?
Everyone's good. Like we have a good synergy together, and I believe that we can improve it a lot more. And then like we have a lot more like balance in the team, you could say. But we have a great balance already.
Yeah, I think this is yours here. Yeah, that's your goal. Yeah. So, Craig, I mean, what are your thoughts on the players' chemistry? Are they all? I mean, it seems like they're much more gelled than even than last year. I mean, it's insane to watch.
Yeah, the synergy is great. The technique is super. The systems that they're playing, they are committed to it, and it's very difficult to play against this Mona team. But it's really the Phoenix system that's been employed. You know, Whisper being in the squad, Dylan Bell in the squad, you get the same thing actually, even more. So I'm happy with what the guys have been producing. I'm proud of what they've been producing. I'm happy that Mona themselves are gonna have a name,
Yeah.
you know. So it's exciting.
Yeah.
Well, Mikey, in that thing there's a little black case.
Peter Parker says, so you got Spider Man saying, Mr. Butler and co should keep the fire going. Bigger opponents are ahead, so they should just focus and get the job done.
Yeah, we're focused on getting the job done, but what is the job? Is the job winning Manning Cup? Is the job, or is the job winning in the game of life? Is the job about trying to say we're the best high school team and lifting a trophy? Or is the job about preparing the boys for life as a professional footballers and to set and establish a system that our country can, you know, use across the nation? You know, for me, the job really is about utilizing the opportunity in Manning Cup to show what we can do so others will follow.
Yeah. Is Mikey there still?
Yeah, Mikey, come.
If you guys have any questions for Mikey, I mean, these are two star players for Mona, out of all star players. But Mikey, how are you feeling so far this season? I mean, I know I know you've had ups and downs so far, but I mean, overall on the pitch, how have you been feeling?
Well, I'm actually injured at the moment. I played the first game and score one in 5 minutes. I know if I was 100% well, I would be scoring more goals. Yeah, right now I'm not mentally 100% well. You know, my mom died and thing. It's very emotional at this point. Yeah, but I'm just slowly trying to get better day by day.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put on that first game to see. But I mean, yeah, obviously during that Camperdown match. But I
Keep
mean, just hope you can keep some spirits high. I mean, I see all the players are there for you. I mean, every goal, they were running up. So
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
yeah,
very heartwarming knowing that my teammates are there for me,
yeah,
and it's like a family always.
yeah. So I mean, of course, I know you're working through that. I mean, you played in the Papine match. I think how would you say your performance was in that match?
My performance wasn't very well because I didn't play to my ability and what I know I can do more, and I think it's a process, and I should just take it very slow.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, Craig, how do you feel how he fought after all that adversity? I mean, even just to have him back on that pitch after that game, I mean, that was a big step already.
Well, one of the things that we do is we stick together and remember his mom in the joyous, funny, loving lady she was, you know, and still is. One of the things at Phoenix is we really don't believe in death. We believe in maybe a physical death, but there's life after death because our loved ones live on through us, through our deeds, through our remembering them and honoring them. That's why you see me always honoring Mark Mendel and my uncles and those people who are close to me. It's very hard for Mikey It's not going to be easy. It's never going to be forgotten. But the most important thing is you honor those you love by doing right, doing what they wanted you to do. So one of the things I said to him, because it's difficult, it's never gonna be easy. I mean, I personally dread that period of time for me when that happens. But one of the things we have to do is to remember to honor her by how he lives, by what she would have wanted for him. I remember asking him at the game because, I mean, I'm kind of emotional myself, so if him start crying, I cry too, So the whole team was actually crying. The whole team was feeling it. And we played the game for him and for her. So if you notice, after every goal, I ran to him because it's one family. And that's the security that we have with each other. If you whisper down on Casey and a man mess with him, or all of Phoenix going down there, same over at JC, same at Wolmer's, we'll be playing the Manning Cup, but nobody's going to hurt Jamani or RJ. Nobody's going to tackle him hard. We're just going to play the game, enjoy the game. And, with Bikey's situation, as I said to him, I'm never going to leave him. We don't leave each other. Phoenix leaves no man behind. It's a part of our mantra. And Phoenix can never die. So if we can't die, it means, and we're not leaving a body behind, it means that he has a security. We you live for the memories. I remember there's a video I have. I don't show it yet, but I have it with her and all of us. She hugged the whole team. Went down to Portland to play a game down there in her community so she could see Mikey playing. And she hugged the entire team after the game. So it's, this is not something that we really want to be talking about over social media. But since you asked the question, man.
Yeah. I mean, but part of it was coming onto the pitch against Papine and just playing. I mean, that was probably a
Well, of course, the quicker we got him back on the pitch, is the better it will be because once you keep active and you keep doing what you're doing, and she loved the football and she loved to see him play. So, as I said to him, do what she would want you to do.
So tomorrow, tomorrow's Wolmer's. So
well, actually, they postponed the game till Wednesday because of the rains.
I didn't even know that. Okay.
Yeah, so it's Wednesday, live match on TV at 3:00. Yeah, so
3:00.
The Mortal Kombat heroes will be out tomorrow.
I didn't even know that. Okay, that's good to know then. Jeez. So, but coached by Jerome Waite, right? Who at one point, or I know he came back and forth sometimes.
Yeah, Jerome is a Phoenix as well. We never leave Jerome out. We love him. And RJ is there, our goalkeeper. And also Jamani. It's going to be a good game. I think they're unbeaten. They've won several games this season. They played against the same teams we played against. So we're really the last team in the zone that they're going to play. And same for us. Yeah. So they have a +7 goal average having played everybody else. And we have a +30 goal average having played everybody else. So we just need to go out there and execute,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a good match, I think. I think it's going to be a friendly rivalry.
It's going to be great to see Jamani against Theo and, RJ against Pusa, Akeem. It'll be really good because to think that I developed both the keepers, both midfielders, and they're going to face off against each other. I like to have fun at games, I think that's what I'll be doing, just having fun, enjoying the game.
Speaking of Theo, I mean, I remember last year he was always bit disappointed he couldn't be on the pitch yet. So how is he relieved? Like, how excited he is to be out there and playing? I mean, I can tell just from him playing.
Yeah, well, he's icy cool. He's enjoying the game. You know, we named him Sub Zero because he's calm,
Another
scoring goals,
one.
finishing. We posted him up. You know.
You have Karyum Huey. Sorry if I say your name wrong. Can you tell me about the system that Mona High play?
Yeah, the system is total football. We're actually playing. Everyone is playing all the positions um, at different periods of time to keep the effectiveness and the press going. We play a pressing game where we don't allow you to actually play, where we using our speed, we using our creativity, we using our skills, and we're a very attacking team. So that's why we have 30 goals in 4 games, because they're playing the game in the opponent's half.
Yeah, and even two backs, right? You would have two in the back line some matches, or is that?
Well, some matches we play with 2, sometimes we play with 3, sometimes we play with 1, sometimes we play with none.
Yeah.
It depends on how the game is going, and that's the fluidity of the formation.
Yeah.
And the system that we implement with it. So.
Yeah. And how's Kyle been so far as an assistant coach?
Yeah, he's been doing well. He's been helping us a lot in terms of support, and also in terms of he has a keen eye. So while he's training and preparing to get back to professional football, he's also helping us as well as our assistant coach, Mr. Winston Taylor, who is also a very, very bright spark and very sharp young coach. It's a pleasure to help to develop him even further. Pleasure to see his growth and his commitment to the youth and to Jamaican football and his love for Mona.
Yeah. Okay. And I think the other topic we wanted to, we talked a little bit about it, but I guess that Jamaica match, just to finish up what we were talking about before the guys came in, what are you expecting for tomorrow?
What do you think about Leon
Yeah.
and Jamaica versus Messi?
I mean, in my opinion, I think it'd actually be a good match, but we can only see what will happen only on the match day, really. So all Jamaica will play going up against one of the bigger countries. You'll see how they perform if they do well, and I believe they can.
How about you, Mikey?
You just who want it the most on the day. Yeah, you just need to go out there and fight very hard because it's a very tough team, yes, and it's a friendly team, yes. And we are always here for Chippy. Yeah.
And Blake and all of the whole team, Mikel Antonio, all of them. It's important that we recognize this, though, right? If you don't know where you are, then you will not be able to go to where you want to be. Right now, we're in a state of no system, a new coach, and a lot of discord in the past. They've asked everyone to put the hatchet down. I'm willing to as well. But now things have to go the right way. We have to start working at implementing a system. It's going to be good to see the players go up against Argentina, and a good result, would be great for us, and it will spell good things for the future. But don't be sad or discouraged if the results don't go the way we want. We must know that we're starting a new phase, a new coach. He doesn't know how we play. He probably has a system he wants to implement. He doesn't know what our system is yet because he's from Iceland. the Vikings aren't very fast. So you'll have to learn how to work with the Caribbean boys and how to adjust a system to meet those needs. And you know, I was saying 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, Jamaica needs a system. Everybody's talking about it, but they don't know how to implement a system. A system doesn't come about overnight. It doesn't come about with the seniors that are playing. It comes about from the youth, from the entire country being indoctrinated in a method of playing, of thinking, working together as one unit. And that is what we're trying to show with the Mona team. You understand? So when you look at Mona in attack, the press is 8 people. When you look at the Mona in defense, it's still 8 people. But why we can do that? We're faster than most people in the world. If you get your fitness to a level, then you can cover the ground on the pitch 3 times faster than the opponent. And that's what we should be using in our national team.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, what is your opinion on the Paul Hall tenure? I mean, he went through a lot of adversity himself, a lot of challenges, with the federation. But I mean,
I
he
think
has,
Paul Hall got a raw deal,
yeah,
a really raw deal. I think he came in, I think he gave of himself. I think he outlaid a lot of time and effort without getting a lot of money back. And with the confidence he'd been moving forward, I think the step he took standing up with the boys in Suriname, against the administration naturally would want to get rid of him, and the boys couldn't stand for him well enough. So um, he's gone,
yeah,
but I believe that he could do so much more better. Um, he did a
yeah,
good job thus far. And yes, we brought in a new coach. They have brought in a new coach. And the coach has asked for the benefit of the doubt. So I'm not going to skin the coach, the new coach, with the fat of Rudolph's speed or the corruption. I will have to look at him and give him the opportunity to show his true colors.
yeah.
So if
You
colors
think
are yellow,
yeah,
we will know soon enough. If his
he,
colors are honorable colors, then we will also see. And you'll see people like Whisper and Duvey and these guys in the national teams, because he will recognize talent versus, who is whose friend and who can
yeah.
benefit from a transfer. You know.
Do you think Paul laid a decent foundation in that transition period from Tapa to the new coach?
Oh, absolutely. He started to try and play attacking football, Paul. And if you notice the last games with Mexico and so on, the team played much, much better.
Yeah,
Much, much better. Even Leon was enjoying the game. He hadn't enjoyed a game playing for Jamaica in quite some time. He was enjoying the game.
yeah,
And the one before that too, because he was getting the balls.
yeah,
One of the things you have to do when you have talented players and you have pace is hurry and get the balls to the attacking players, and give them
yeah.
the opportunity to do their thing.
So what do you tell Leon and his teammates, walking up on the pitch, seeing Argentina on the other side, not even just Messi, but the entire squad is,
Well, I will say to him what I always say is, remember, you're going to be one of, if not one of the best players in the world. And Messi was one of the best players in the world and is one of the best players in the world. But your time is coming. Is going. So it's now time to step up, and there's an opportunity to show the world what you're made of. Time to be creative, time to be dangerous, time to be deadly, time to be unpredictable, not time to be starstruck. You know what I mean? And this isn't the first time Leon has played against top players. He played against Cristiano Ronaldo when Leverkusen played against Juve, and so it's now he's in that zone. He's in that world now, and he just needs to go and deliver and show the world what he can do, what we all know he can do.
Yeah. If anyone has any questions for Coach about tomorrow's match, please let us know. But here's a good question. I think it's interesting. So Odino Tomo says, Craig, I know you're very keen on football development. Any plans, or I guess, yeah. If you have any plans, or what should
For rural Jamaica,
for rural Jamaica, what do you think should be done more for rural Jamaica?
Sure. What I think should be done is the example that we've set here. We then start to do satellite
Academies?
satellite trainings and developmental camps. What they need to do is in the national team is appoint someone to actually go and implement the system, because the coach can't do it. You need somebody who's going to implement, go around to the schools, go around to the clubs, show them, and also bring in, players from the clubs and the schools in different age group divisions once a week, twice a week, to practice and learn so they can bring it back to their clubs. And then when you look around, when the national team coach comes for the 1 week break that they get, or 2 week break, you will have a team that understands their role versus a team that he's trying to put together. Versus a pickup game, you have an understanding of what's happening. You understand, Brandon?
Yeah. I mean, so and I guess when you have that copied and pasted to, every facet of Jamaica, I mean, then everyone becomes in sync. It's exactly what you've been saying since before me, since everything. I mean,
That's important.
Someone's asking if you would have a starting 11 for tomorrow's match. To be honest, I haven't checked everyone who they called up yet.
I haven't checked everybody they called up, but I would have Nana involved.
Yeah.
Obviously, you would have a Leon, Mikel Antonio, if Bobby Reed is available. Him. Shamar Nicholson, for sure. I think that would be about your top three. Shamar Nicholson, Mikel Antonio, and Leon Bailey. In the midfield, what's this, the list?
This is the list, yeah.
Read them out now.
So we have Mikel Antonio, Nicholson, Andre Gray, Kahim Paris, Daniel Johnson, Bobby Reed, Nana Lowe, Leon Bailey, Ravel Morrison, Kevon Lambert.
Dana Ravel.
Yeah, Kevon Lambert, Jonathan Russell, Kevin Stewart, Amari Bell, Gregory Lay, Joel Latibodaire. Actually, I haven't heard of him before. So I probably said it wrong. Jamoy Topi's there, Javon Brown, Jamal Lowe, Richard King of Cavalier. He seems like he's always in the in the call-ups. Adrian Mariappa, and then goalkeepers. You have Kamar Foster, Dylan Barnes. Well, you have Andre Blake. He's not here. That's probably a bit older. And then you have Jamali Wake.
Well, you could give Topia a run with Nana, or that central defender there. But Ravel for sure in the middle. You need a good holding midfielder now. So, because to balance the team, you need to have a good, strong holding midfield. I haven't paid much attention to the team or even to the coach and anything. My mind went blank when Andre was left out, so I'm just coming back around.
Yeah. Did you watch those matches in Austria?
No,
You didn't watch those? Yeah, I missed them too.
no, I didn't watch any of them. I didn't think they were worth watching.
Yeah, it was just the one match that was televised, anyways. The Morocco.
Yeah.
Um, okay, yeah, he's saying,
Most of the players weren't there.
yeah,
Most of
yeah,
them,
it was mostly local based.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Some people,
Shabbat for sure, you know,
yeah,
Leon, Mikel, Ravel. Um, Paris has been doing well. He's gotten a good transfer over now. So he should feature. Nana Low, Topi, because he's young and he can be developed. I think Topi is better than King. And that's no bias. I just think he's a bigger boy. Just need to work on his fitness, his movement, his aggression. And he'll be a good central defender. Maybe a little speed. Why you smile back? You can't do run rings around him?
No, I don't think I remember we talking.
Or when Bell pilot? You know, little Jamarani Bell are playing a practice match against Cavaliers, I think, and Bell piled Topi, you know.
Topi tall.
And Topi tall, and Bell short like this.
Kill him and kill Ben.
But I think the team will do well tomorrow. I think the inclusion of Blake was a good move by the coach.
yeah,
In getting the team to actually give him a chance in their hearts, because he did something that was the right thing to do. You know, a lot of
Yeah.
people are afraid to do the right thing when that right thing is not the popular thing. You know, when that right thing may not benefit them directly, but to get your job, and in the first day of your job, you actually say, no, I'm going to include him. When the people that hired you didn't want to include him. That says a lot about the man's character. So we'll see what he's up to.
yeah, yeah. There's a couple of differences. It looks like this might be the updated list. I see Curtis Tilt here. I haven't heard of him either. I know there's some English-based players that have just switched as well, and some youngsters as well who are choosing Jamaica over England. So we'll see how that goes. But I think Jamaica's future, like you always talk about, is Jamaica. Right? You need to develop here. I mean, you need to get the systems in place here, and of course, they'll always have the English players that are developing there. But I mean, how would you say, Craig, that meshed together? Since a lot of those English players came in the second half of the World Cup qualifying. Do you think they meshed in well with like the local base
You
slash?
can't mesh in well if you don't have a system of play.
Yeah,
If you had a system of play where most people do work together, and then you bring in one or two new guys, then they'll adapt quickly. But if you have no system, and everybody's from different systems themselves, it's a Tower of Babel situation. And so you can't have any real success. You're playing against teams that have played the same way for generations and look at Brazil. Generations and generations and generations.
yeah,
Holland, generations and generations. Argentina, generations and generations play the same way. With the Argentina national team, it's almost as if they have the same chess pieces, the same size, being the maestro, Maradona and Messi, you know, the same thing with the strikers. You had Batistuta. They're all the same. Daniel Passarella, and the replacement was just like him. It's the same with Brazil. We don't have a model. You know, if you look at the Brazilian left backs, why are all the Brazilian left backs short and left footed? Short. Have you thought about that? You had Junior, then you had Then there's a middle one, Branco, then Roberto Carlos. All look the same. You know?
Yeah, it's true.
You look at the right back, you had Maicon, Cafu, all look the same. You know?
Yeah.
Similar playing style. Why? Because they have a system, and that system then picks out people to fit in that system.
Yeah. You're catching a lot
And
of
they
flack for
develop that
saying
way too. Huh?
you're catching a lot of flack for saying Topi better than King. Like people in the comments. Everyone's saying no way.
Guys, listen, you have to understand, I have my own opinions. I think Don Hugh Mitchell is better than the two of them. And he's not in the
Yes.
national team.
Yeah.
He's got 9 goals in the Money Cup as a central defender. Hello? Not in the Money Cup team.
Yeah.
So many players played in the national under 20 that went and flopped in wherever they went. And how many of them are leading goal scorers in their competitions now? And Duvey is. So what do you expect?
Yeah.
You expect me to say, oh well, they're better than him? No. I think Topi, you see, maybe my opinions are a little different because I don't see people for what they are. I see them for what they could be. So when I look at that Topi, I see what he could be if he was in a proper, regimented training program, developmental, tactical, becoming a central defender that goes forward for the corners and jumps up for the headers. You know, get some pace, get some speed training in him, get some speed of thought training, both feet usage, all of those things. He could be a top defender. You know, he's bigger than King. Yeah. And nowadays people look for size in defenders. How many Premier League defenders do you have that's under 6 foot?
Yeah. Probably none.
None. How many you have in the Belgian Premier League? In the German Premier League that's under 6 foot too? None.
Yeah.
Topi is about 6'5" or more. Yeah? So if you took that raw material and built on it, see, people don't see things the way I see things. When Whisper came to Phoenix, Whisper was, told him once that he was as slow as molasses. Yeah? Couldn't use the right foot at all. I heard this guy, military gooner, who likes to talk crap and try to hide the accomplishments of the Phoenix built players. Heard him while Whisper was playing against the Roper Cup and Whisper cutting on his right. Heard him say, oh, he has no right.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's military gooner.
Oh, that was him? I didn't know it was him.
Yes, it was him. So from 30 yards out, I rock it with the right foot into the top.
As soon as he said it too.
Yeah. So, you know, when Whisper came, he couldn't do that, but I saw the potential in him to do it. Whisper is now able to walk past defenders in the Money Cup, at the Money Cup level, U19 level, faster than them. At one time, he wasn't that fast, but it took work.
Yeah.
But we saw the potential, the raw material. And that's what Jamaica has, and we need to recognize it. We have raw material. We need to build on that raw material. Do you think Leon Bailey got up one day out of his mother's womb and was just skillful and good? When Leon came to Phoenix, Leon could not use his right foot at all. And even when he used to kick with the left, it was like a floating shot that he would float it and it drop in the goal. Years and years on training, upon top of training, shooting, movement, speed, both feet, balance, turning. He became top, became all that he could be, and he still has some more to go.
Yeah.
But don't tell me to say somebody is great when they're nowhere near where they should have developed to. You know?
Yeah.
So what a lot of the problem is, Brandon, is people get a player at a certain age, and that player doesn't get technical development. So that player comes and he trains and he plays matches for the club or whatever. He doesn't get technical development because the person who is coaching doesn't have the technical competence to develop, right? So the person gets bigger, but not better. And that's where the problem is, you know?
Yep. And actually, speaking of whispers, Richie's here. Hey, Richie, thanks for joining on. I think Whisper's supposed to join still. I think you're saying.
Yeah, man, we're supposed to join, but I don't know. Let me see them.
No, he's not here yet. Someone's asking, Lashane Biggs. I mean, you talk about this all the time. If you want to repeat yourself again, but well, what can be done to teach future coaches on how to implement systems in the island?
Well, the first thing you need to do is to accept what system you're going to use. Once that's accepted, then as I said before, you start to implement it. You can give them a module to work from. You can bring them into coaching seminars. You can send out that module to the schools and the clubs, and you can monitor it and help them to develop it. And I would put it out. I think that, listen, if you don't learn this system, you will not and participate in the learning process as a school, as a club, as a coach. Your players will not be considered for the national team. Because, you know, us Jamaicans, nobody wants to listen. Everybody wants to lead, you know? So once you do it that way, then people will think. But the most important thing I think I can be doing now is to use that system to show, right, what we can do with it. You have to beat everybody. You have to beat them with that system, and then they'll adapt to it. When you look at what Papine is doing now, right? Okay, they got a tough loss to Mona, but Mona trained with Papine every day, so that we know their weaknesses. But the truth of it is, the team that is playing at Papine High School now, that is trying to implement systems and work, is not the team that was there. Last year they were losers. This year they fight. They fight and they're trying to play to what the coach is asking them to do. And that is a huge step. And kudos should go to Richie for it. And Deaton as well.
Yeah,
And the principal of the school for having the gonads to try.
Yeah. I mean, they scored on, was it the last 10 minutes? They never stopped fighting, you know?
Yeah, and they deserve that goal. But in the first 10 minutes, Papine could have scored 2 or 3 on Mona.
Yeah.
Because they got chances.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Some people are saying, Craig, that maybe that you have because Richard King is a speed player, you know, you're not, his words were you have a vendetta against him, but.
No, against King? No.
Well, against King, yeah.
No, what I have a problem with is when Speed tried to lie. You remember that show that I tore my shirt off? That's a whisper.
Yeah.
When Speed started to lie and say that, oh, they cooled him down and they just passed the ball around him and all of those things, and King is a much better player than he is, and King is better than Duvey, and Listen, let your actions speak. Let your players perform, and then you can talk the talk, right? I've seen King play. I've seen him play in the Canada match, and it was dismantled because he was exposed to before he was ready. There's a lot of things that he still needed to learn, but you can't learn them from Speed. That's the problem, yeah. And for me, I sing Whisper, Whisper, Whisper. I sing Leon, Leon, Leon. And I sing Duvier. Yeah? Whisper has the whole of Jamaica singing. Now, Leon is playing in the Premier League and just scored against Manchester City. And Duvey, as a central defender, who I say is better than King, even though younger, he's on 9 goals in the Manning Cup. He's the leading goal scorer in the Manning Cup from centre half. How much more of a statement you want?
Yeah.
Whisper is walking past players. He has 2, 3, 4 players marking him now in the Manning Cup and they still can't hold him. Big clubs, you know, a lot of people comfortable selling out their players to these little small clubs or whatever. I'm not. Big clubs. I can tell you there's one big club in Belgium that Whisper is going to. Yeah? And they saw his clips. You think they don't see everybody else's clips too? You don't think they see thousands of clips from people from all over the world? Why they want to take Whisper? Why all the clubs in England wanted Whisper but couldn't sign him because of the passport issues? Why when we're talking to Leverkusen, they're saying, oh, where's Whisper? Because Whisper is not a real Whisper. It's very loud. Very simple. And it's not a vendetta against King. I just think that they exposed him too early, pushed him at a level where he wasn't ready for. And he didn't do well. You know, he didn't do well. He did well in some games, but in other games, he didn't do so well. And I'm saying, Topi, remember that Topi was, in my opinion, Topi has the raw material. How tall is Topi?
Wow, I have to check.
Google it. Look how tall he is.
Okay, 6 feet 8.
6'8". Basketballers are not that level in height. Okay? So you give me Topi for 2 months, and when I'm finished with him, he's a world-class player. That's the raw material you have. So forgive me if I'm willing to push and want to develop a 6'8" player. I don't think he's better than Duvey right now. But Duvey had the benefit of consistent development and training, both feet, balance, travel, you know, different clubs, learning systems, adapting, growing as a player. Topi is really great raw material. You know?
Yeah.
I've seen Whisper, and I have the friendly games, you know, on tape. So it's not like say it's not true. I can't prove it. I've seen Whisper dismantle some people down at Cavaliers. You know? But as I say, let us let all of that go. Let us focus on the new coach come in and say clean slate. Like we see what now. Like we see if Whisper going to get a call. Let's see if Duvey going to get a call. Let's see what happens with players like Dylan and Bell and them guys. If they're going to be included in the youth teams, if there's going to be a system being put in place. You have to look at the track record of what this coach did in Iceland. Did he put a system in place? Did he set about developmental programs for the young players? If he did, then hopefully he'll do it here too. Will he have the support to do it from the JFF with the investment be going out, or will they be holding on to the money from FIFA and not him putting it into the youth programs?
Well, that's the big thing too. Iceland, for a small country, has a lot of resources, right? It's a very rich country from what I've read. So, I mean, they had the money to invest in this. Now it's just hopefully the JFF can use the money they do get, and with this new deal they have with
Brandon.
Yeah.
If you actually do your work, if the JFF does its work, there's a lot of money in the Jamaican diaspora across the world. There's a lot of money in branding. There's a lot of money that FIFA gives them for development. And instead of using that money for development, it's put into other things.
Yeah.
You understand? So they just need to just put the money in the development. But you can have one good field in Jamaica, bro.
Yeah. It's funny, it's so funny how brand Jamaica is so international, but they don't take advantage of it. You look at Arsenal.
Yeah.
They release one Jamaican kit or one kit inspired by Jamaica.
Hold on. Tell Dip to look for the little black case. It might be in my room on my desk or something. A black case and it's hard. That it will have 2 phones in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying, you look at Arsenal. They release one kit that has some Jamaican inspiration, and look how much that it's everywhere. You see that kit everywhere. Why can't Jamaica do that? Why can't JFF have a kit aside from the national kit, which is already hard to get, right? you know, they need to be taking advantage of this and be releasing a new style of kit. Not just an athletic, not
I've
just
had
a
people ask me where can I get a Leon Bailey Jamaica jersey to buy.
yeah,
And JFF didn't have it available. You know? It's not just that, I mean, games and motivating people to come out again. And once they feel that there's fairness in it, people will come out and support.
Yeah.
Sponsors will come on board. Just need to have fairness.
Yeah.
What do you think it look like? Let me ask you a question. Do you know that out of the top 8 leading goal scorers in the Money Cup right now, at least 5 of them are Phoenix?
Yeah, I saw that list. Yeah.
How does that work? None. 5 were Phoenix, but none were included in the national under 20.
Yeah.
How does that math work? How do you have a 6'5" goalkeeper and the 3 best goalkeepers in the Manning Cup thus far? RJ from Wolmer's, Pusai from Mona, and our 3rd string keeper, which is Jadavin from Excelsior. He's voted best goalkeeper that last time. And none of them get caught.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do this now, you're going to have to come out with a clean slate. You need to recognize that conflicts of interest are currently in place in the JFF, and you need to remove them. And the main conflict of interest is in the selection, and that happens because of Speed. Because Speed is from Cavaliers, so Speed pushes his players into the youth teams and the senior teams for them to get seen and try to sell him players.
Yeah.
I hope this coach has some strong balls and able to stand up for himself and will not allow them to do that to him. The last man that stood up, they sacked him. Think about that. Paul Hall stood up with the boys and said, this is unfair in Suriname. And he's gone. Just like that.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not here to gripe anymore because that's not what this is about. Let's talk about the positives. We have players now and a system that's being shown that can be used across the board. Papine is using it. Papine didn't win one match last year. Yeah. Papine didn't win one match last year. This year, they've won. I can use this thing. This one. They've won. They've drawn one already, and they scored. They haven't scored in 3 years. That's because a coach has gone over there and put in a system. You get me?
Yeah.
So, and that coach was Phoenix built. Richie.
Yeah, Richie's been active in the comments. There's been some back and
Oh,
forth.
Richie said, answer the
Richie,
comments, tell me.
it's a lot. But Richie, if you want to come on and speak your mind too, I mean, even if Unseen Sports wants to come on, I mean, feel free. I mean, if you guys want to come on and
I did
talk.
not send him the link. Send Richie the link.
Richie, do you want to come on? Do I have his? Let me see if I have his number. I should have his number. Yeah, Richie, I sent you the link if you want to join on. And then Unseen Sports seems like you have a lot of opinions too. It would be great to have you come on. Craig, there's an interesting question here. So we'll wait for that. I wanted to ask regarding Kyle.
Yeah, what's the question?
So, like you mentioned, he's getting fit again. So someone's asking if it would be they're saying I don't think it would be a bad idea for Kyle to play JPL just to get him back at it and see where it leads. What do you think about that?
No, I don't think Kyle should play in the JPL because Kyle's level is way too high for that. He's getting himself fit, and once he's fit, he already has opportunities waiting on him.
Yeah.
Remember, Kyle had an opportunity in the US, which he turned down to continue with music, and he now has a couple of opportunities that we're working towards. So I'm happy that he's back in football. What's important is he allows his love for the game to push him back into the sport. And once he's at the level that he feels fit enough, then he will have opportunities in Europe or even in the MLS, but definitely not in the Jamaican Premier League. Yeah. I think if Leon played in the Jamaican Premier League, his legs would have been broken already. So, with all due respect, no.
Yeah. Okay, Richie's saying to send to other number. I don't have his other number.
I have it. I'll send it to him. Okay. Give me a second.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna try to get Richie on, who's for those of you who don't know, most of you know, Richie is Whisper's father and coach of Papine this year. So we had Mona versus Papine on Friday, and that's the highlights.
Yeah, I sent it to you, Richie, so you should be able to get on them, both numbers. Yeah, but as I said, I think that Butler, I think that they you know what I'm really tired of though, Brandon, to be honest with you? Is it this rivalry and this cussing and this fight against you them because it's Butler you them and don't like the youth them because it's speed you them. I really don't have a problem with the players, you know. What I have a problem is when you don't earn the right, you know? If you don't earn, if I can just go to Cavaliers and just if Mikey can just leave Phoenix, go to Cavaliers and get in the national team the next day, it kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth. You know, it's an unfair game you're playing. And that's why Whisper showing them up so badly. And Mona. Just imagine. They're Cavaliers players playing in the Manning Cup, you know.
Yeah.
Speed is behind. I think Speed is technical director of Heidel, you know.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. You understand? So, and yet, these little players that are no good is beating up Heidel, is beating up all these other teams by substantial margins. Little Papine is coming up and starting to come into them own now with a Phoenix coach.
Yeah.
But yet you're around there claiming you have top players? No.
Yeah.
Jamaica deserves to have a Whisper, a Duvey, a Dante. You understand? A Pusai in them national team if they deserve to be there. Not
Yeah.
because Craig Butler is the coach or the technical director of the national team or Speed is the head of the chairman of the committee. It's the best players for the country that should play. And whether you like me or I don't like Speed or I don't like anybody at all, it doesn't matter. What matters is the players and what the country needs. The country needs the best of the best. You know?
Yeah.
You know what it felt like for Leon to sit and watch players play for Jamaica's under 20 and they're not calling him when he's dominating in the Belgian Pro League and they're calling the schoolboys from Cavaliers and not calling him, you think it feel good? He may have tried to let it go in, but as a father watching, it's very difficult for me to let that go in.
Yeah.
Because I saw that boy cry, tears. And years after, I had to look at him and say, listen, remember when you're playing for Jamaica? You're not playing for the JFF, you're playing for your sister, your brothers, little Casey, Phoenix, everybody in Jamaica that love you. That's who you're playing for.
Yeah.
Go out there and do it. Things like that can destroy national pride in players. It can. How do you think Whisper feels right now? People
Yeah.
said that Whisper was overly critical. He's a 16-year-old kid that knows he's better than 99% of the players on the team. And you don't pick him because of who his manager is, because you can't manipulate him and get him to come to your club so that you can sell him and make money, because he has loyalty, because he has a backbone, because he's a decent human being. Brandon, it's rough, man.
Yeah.
But you mean to a rant now. Richie, don't come on yet.
Yeah. I see. Richie, you there? Can you hear us? Yeah. There's. I mean, and that's the other thing. I mean, just want to stress what you're saying. Like, it's not about. It's not
I'm
ranting
here.
about the
I'm here.
kids. I hear Richie. It's
Hey, how
about
you
the
doing? Good
system of
night,
how they get
everybody.
selected. Sorry, Richie.
Hi, Richie.
Hi, how you doing? It's just some of these comments I was reading, and some of these people, you have to really wonder what they think, and they have their own saying, because some of these they don't know. First of all, they're saying that clips wasn't good enough. They haven't seen Whisper play. Who have seen Whisper play? The last time they saw him play was in Pepsi, and he wasn't good enough. Now that he's in Manning Cup playing, people are like, "Oh, that's just Manning Cup. That's just Manning Cup." The goalpost has shift each and every time, and they keep on thinking that we badmouth other players, which we don't, cause we never yet said King is not the bad player, but Speed and make it look like him is the best player. And if he is the best player, we keep on asking the question, why would a 15-year-old walk past him if he are the best thing we have?
Exactly.
So that's how the debate come. We don't hate King. We don't hate a no player. If a player is better, he's better. We know that. You understand? But don't keep on saying that he is the high and mighty. He's the next best thing for Jamaica. He's better than Anandi Lowe and Damian Lowe and all those things. Why you don't talk about these things that they put in there, and then you have a kid at 15 walking past your next high and mighty just because you want to sell a soul? You know what I mean? I have people come and say straight that Richie can't come on no more of my grounds to come video in a match because I captured it on a video. So you didn't want me to show it after you. I said, oh, no, players don't better than our players. Our players are the best. We'll never beat we yet. And that's that wasn't the truth. Just be real to the whole thing. So, everybody love them people them. So, if you're a Richard King, we don't hate Richard King, but don't say he's the high and mighty when he's not.
That's the point. If you want to push a player, I'm not saying no. Look at me. I love Dubé as a central defender.
Yeah.
Built him myself. But I'm not saying him better than Damian Lowe. No. Maybe sometime in the future, but not now. Yeah? Why? Because he still has some development left to do, some maturing left to do. But he's a top young kid.
These boys are at their molding stage. These other players that they are talking about, it is going to be harder for them because they are already past the molding stage. The Topi, the King.
Yeah.
It's going to be harder for them because we should have done it before they played Manning Cup or before they played the Costa Cup. They should have been already in the molding stage. Now that they are grown men because they passed 18, we can't mold them the way that we should, which is supposed to be the right way. It's a far difference.
That's facts. Facts. When you let's look at even Dante Peralta's development. When Dante was 12, he didn't even like playing football. By the time he reached at 10, he didn't like playing football. At 12, he couldn't make his prep school team. He was on the bench. Yeah? By the time he reached Pepsi, they had him on the bench with the team as well until all of a sudden he went to center forward and started scoring goals. Today, he's a dominant force in Mona Manning Cup team. He has 5 assists already on that goal. This was a kid that really wasn't supposed to develop into any type of player. But because we could mold him, develop him, guide him, we're not saying he's better than he is at this particular time. We grow him. Same way with Whisper. Yeah? Whisper is now, I can tell you, in 1 year time, Whisper is literally going to be a monster. He'll be unstoppable because of his mass, his size, his skill, his pace, his creativity, and his unpredictability. You know?
Yeah.
Just like you heard the guy shouting the other day, oh, him not right, him not right. It was military guna, don't Richie?
Yeah, it was military guna. I mean, I even said this to military guna. I see that you have a passion for the sports and all that, but you analyzing football because you have a lack of knowledge is hurting you. And it makes you look as if you don't know what you're saying. Because even the same, I just watched him last night commentating about Jamani free kick. You know what he said? He said, good delivery, boy. I want to say, good delivery, boy. You know, say Jamani bread and butter that. I shot him take a him goal and them goal them score. Set piece, he's good at it. That's where you don't know the players. You don't know these kids. You don't know them. You have never been with them before. But you are going to see, it sounds as if you're not giving the Phoenix players enough recognition that they get, but good delivery, boy. It wasn't a delivery, it was a shot. It's a difference.
Exactly.
So, you have to do that. And then you have
a delivery in the back of the net.
Well, that must be another English language, but the English language that I know a delivery is a delivery. I mean, I don't know. A delivery is supposed to be an assist in my English language vocabulary. But when you hear say delivery,
I know the funny thing is, Richie,
sorry?
while he's there criticizing, right, and going on, he's not recognizing that Dylan John, Jamani Bell, Denzel McKenzie, Dujon Richards, Xander Bicknell, the Kante, the whole of them learn it at the same place.
I keep on telling them, with all these boys' names that you have called, there wouldn't be no Whisper today if these boys weren't involved. These boys are the core of who Whisper has become today. Because, Jamani Bell, him not going to play to put the through pass. Dylan is a man who would pass the ball with him back turn and just walk out. I say, where you walk off at? Him say, give Whisper, man, I goal that, man. I have to look back.
Exactly.
I'm confident in players. You understand? You have players like Kante where square ball and start run back already to offhand. Why you running back? A goal that me sure. Me not have to ask. But the ball up in the air, Kante. The man said when it reach down, you will tell me if I'm a goal. That's how these players know they each other. You know? It's they know each and everything about each other and going forward. That's what them have to do. You know, you have to keep these core of young players who have developed and have the class to 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 make each other better to just go forward.
Yeah, and Craig, I think there's been miscommunication too about the whole Topi versus King thing. Because I think what you were saying, correct me if I'm wrong, if you were given Topi and you were given time to develop him correctly, he would be much better than King
That's
right
how
now.
it is.
Is
Topi,
that what you were saying, Craig, just to make sure?
Listen to what Richard said.
see Topi is a better player in my eyes already than King. King is a upcoming. Topi already do it. Topi do it and then he lost focus to a point. I wonder if you see Topi these days. He's chiseled. He's back. He has his joy for it again. That is a part to do with the association of people who is around. He doesn't have people around him to tell him like, Bala, time to us to go to training now, Or what? It's no, we're gonna drink some Hennessy now. You have to have those people out of you. If you want to deal with professional football, you have to deal with it like a professional. You can't deal with it like you think it's just a joke, like how some people do it. It's not like that. The real deal about Topi just lost his connection with football for a little while. Now he came back, and while he's coming back, King was developing to get better. 'Cause King see the prize where Topi at, and want that prize. And now all I am saying that, I agree that Topi is a better player. If you want to look back stats of Topi for what Topi have done all these years, it's far better than King. And that's my 2 cents.
Richard, you've traveled with me. You've been to Genk, you've been to Real Sociedad, you've been to the big clubs, you've been to
Yes.
Leverkusen, whatever.
Yes.
If you took, let's just be real now, if you took Topi and you took King and you said to any one of these clubs, which one of them you want,
I will
right?
take Topi.
They pick Topi
Yes.
because they see him as the power
No,
in the raw material, the height.
no,
Yeah,
no. Other than that, Craig, Topi already have a developing thing coming up in stages. He
yeah,
already has is what you call a resume showing what he had done.
right. But
He
further to
already
that
did
though,
it.
they can take Topi and build Topi into what they want. You understand? Because him have the mass, him have the height, him have the movement, him
Yes.
tackle, him can cover ground well, and they can guide him into what they want.
Basically,
It's
yeah.
more raw material, more. It's like you have a two-car Parker,
Yeah.
right? Two Mercedes Parker. One
I
is
was Craig. I don't
a
want to cut you.
3.5 liter engine,
I don't want to cut
and one
you.
is an 8 cylinder.
Yeah. True.
Bravos.
No, listen. We're going back to the Richard King incident and everything. There. Richard King just get a passport last September, gone and everything. There. None of Europe have never seen him. They've seen Topi over in all these Jamaican tournaments. They've seen Topi and all that. Topi was always a developing kid from him there, Clarendon College. I mean, I have nothing wrong with him. Topi is a good player. He's a good developing player. King is also a good developing player as well, but ahead in development, Topi is ahead.
Yeah.
Craig, I
So
see we
besides
have.
the development, and he's also developing ahead in raw material. I keep saying this. Is it central defenders? Brandon, central defenders internationally, they look for raw material.
Yeah.
How big, how tall, how strong, how intelligent, how adaptable are you? You understand?
Yeah. Craig,
Can
we
you use
have
both feet?
we have the unseen sports from the comment section. Who wants to join in? Are you okay if I bring them on?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. Hey, can you hear us?
Sir Craig, big up. Richard, Brandon, big up yourself.
Hi, how are you?
I'm
Hot
okay.
Barnes.
There, man. Everything up?
Everything is up.
Yeah.
Let
Well,
me hear
thanks
your
for
2
joining.
cents, Josh.
So the first thing is, I like how the Phoenix players are performing in the Manning Cup. And
Thank you.
I even had a battle with management the other night, trying to say that the Phoenix players are doing well. But I didn't have the stats, so it kind of beat me in the.
But he said that they're not doing well.
No, he didn't say that they're not doing well. He was just trying to, he wanted me to come with the stats because there are other players in the league doing well. But I was saying that you, for this season, is the better coach based on the first 3 matches or the 4 matches that played. You're the better coach. So, other people watching and stuff may call him and say things. But yeah, the points are there. The performance is there based on Mona, and even Whisper is a cut above the rest. The keepers, the one from Wolmer's, Mona, and Excelsior doing well. Bell doing well. The JC players, Dylan Jan and the centre back doing well. So you have to give Caesar what is due to Caesar. You understand me? There are other things that I don't agree with you. I'm saying
Even
that
at St. George.
huh? And St.
Even
George.
at St. George's, the Rasta, Zabir Taylor. He scored a cracker on opening day.
Right. So at the end of the day, there are a lot of things that I don't agree with, and I said it in the comment section. So I don't want anybody to, I am a person that I speak justice. I like to speak justice. Understand? That's me. So that's why Richie in the comment section said, really, unseen, because me all on my point.
Yeah, man.
I can't see the comment section.
I saw unseen. I saw unseen still, man.
Right. So me stay all on my point. So when I said Topi better than King, no, can't work, never. King is, for me, King is the best 21-year-old young defender in the country right now.
That is your point.
My
And you
opinion.
do have
I understand.
And as we say, you do have a point.
Yeah, but I can understand where Craig will say that if Topi was in a better structure or whatever, he would be a better player at this point than King, which is true.
Unseen.
Because,
Can I say to you, what does Whisper have over all our most Manning Cup players that he's playing with?
I would say technical ability, experience.
And where does the
And
experience
the love
come
for the
from?
sport.
Where does the experience come from?
The experience come from Phoenix, and
Phoenix. The experience comes from Europe. You know that Europe already, Germany already know Whisper.
Right.
Belgium, Spain, Holland, France. All these countries know of this player already now. Which one of the Manning Cup player have that? Tell me one.
Outside of Phoenix.
Outside of Phoenix.
I don't sure. I'm not sure.
Clear Clark. Clark.
I don't know where Clear Clark go differently from over in Dominica.
Okay, and Clear Clark is a national player. He's a JPL player.
He's a national player.
He's a JPL player.
Yeah.
The National League. He's playing at JPL.
Yes, National League.
So he should be the one that above all of these schoolboys.
Yeah, but we see that because he couldn't make the under-20 team. We see that. I personally, from the first match watch him against Arnett, he couldn't make national team. Could that be politics?
It would have been politics. So how you think that under 20 team pick fairly?
Well, the under 20 thing was from the start. It was a chaos right across. So
Let me ask you a question. You ever seen Dovey play?
Huh?
You ever seen Don Hugh Mitchell play Dovey?
Oh no, I just see some clippings. I never see him live, like watch him live.
All right. Who is the leading goal scorer in Manning Cup to date right now?
I don't see anything come out as yet showing the leading goal scorer.
All right. It come out? Who is it?
You want me WhatsApp it to you? Like how you don't see it come up unseen. I'll WhatsApp it to you.
Yeah, WhatsApp it to me.
Yes. And you will see it.
It's Dovey. The centre half
All right.
is the leading goal scorer in Manning Cup with all of them under 20 players there now. And behind him is Zane. And behind him is Whisper.
No, you have Burkett before Whisper. Cause Burkett and Zane.
Burkett have 6 goals.
Burkett and Zane have 6 goals.
So how much Whisper have?
5.
5.
4 assists. You know, it should be a lot more assists than that because you watch the games.
All right.
So my question is, and after that is who? You have the list in front of you, Richie?
No, I don't have the list in front of me.
Rich, if you WhatsApp it to me, I can put it up on screen
Since
too.
I'm using phone, so I don't have it.
Yeah, WhatsApp it to Brandon and make him put it on the screen. So everybody can see it.
You have it, Richie?
All right, you want me to WhatsApp it to you?
Send it to Brandon.
You have my number, Richie? The new in your other number?
Hold on.
Okay.
And that's significant and that's important. Do you know what in the zone that Mona is in, right?
Right.
What is the cumulative goals scored by all the other teams in the zone? You know how much it is?
Repeat that.
The goals scored, if you add up all the goals scored by all the other teams in Mona's zone, you know how much goals it come up to?
I know we never add it up though. I'm saying
Well, I did. It came up to 30.
Same amount as you, same amount that Mona scored. 30.
Exactly. So one school score more than the whole of the all of them put together. Now, you don't think that's a system you think you should be looking at implementing?
Right, because Mona have identity, you can see clearly the identity when going forward. You can see clearly the intention when Mona play. You have to go outscore them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You have to go outscore Mona to win.
Yeah, so the idea, Richie, you get the thing?
Yes, I just sent it to Brandon.
Okay.
I have Mona to win Manning Cup.
Yeah, I
don't care whether we win money or not.
That's my
yes. Unseen has said Mona for Manning Cup a long time ago. And people were saying that he's a madman.
Because I want JC and Casey get beaten, you know. Sorry for whisper, but I want them get beaten.
He was always said that. Manning's man was St. Mary coach, you know.
Huh?
So
Okay, you should be able to see.
The objective is not to win Manning Cup for Craig, you know. People, you have to realize that, you know. The objective is to show them that there is a system that has implemented and it does work. It shows that we score goals and keep on scoring goals. You understand? Just like how Mona has set up last year, that's how Papine is set up, because Papine is only going to lose 2 players for the next 4 years. Those boys will be together. They're only going to lose 2 players.
How many goals do Wisdom think they score? Nosy.
Those feel kind there.
Kandera and 4. How much goal Papa score? Them only have.
How much goal Peralta?
1.
Peralta 1.
Okay.
But Kishi
You
and God.
you have Damoy Whitfield, Denzel McKenzie, all on 2 goals from Mona.
A 15-year-old.
Roman Thomas, 4 goals from Mona.
Yeah,
And then
guys can-
the other attack too. So Mona have 1, 2, 3,
There's more than that, Richie.
4, 5, 6, 7.
What's man with 4 goals, Dip?
Or Marian Thomas alone have 4 goals for Mona. Nobody on the list of goal scoring have 4 goals.
What is assists we were talking about last time? And then if you notice, based off of the goals that are scored, right? If you look further down, you'll see that Mona whole team has scored and the goalkeeper. How much thing there on Richie?
Yes.
Hussain
Hussain have 1
goal
goal,
and
3
4
assists.
assists. 1 goal, how much assists? 1
3
goal and 3
assists,
assists.
keeper.
Goalkeeper, you know.
Yeah.
I watch the game, man. I watch the game, man. I watch all Mona game. Full game. And I watch the highlights, though. So,
and there's Jamani Bell.
Now, yeah, you have a 15-year-old at Wolmer's as the talisman at 15. How much load that you put in on a little 15-year-old? Unseen?
that question was mine. Repeat that.
You have a 15-year-old talisman at Wolmer's.
Mm-hmm.
And that 15-year-old was always, and we keep on telling you, he's one of the better players in Jamaica at 15.
Mm-hmm. That's Bell, right?
That is Bell. You know the name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, reach
That's
16.
just come on.
A good player, long time. All right. Long time we know better than Richie.
But what Craig is trying to say, these flock of players, I want you to do me a favor. Oh, no, we're on this program, we can read video. I want management go back and look on this too. The top 4 keepers in the Manning Cup are from which club?
The top 4 sweepers,
Keepers.
keepers. Oh, so far.
Yes.
Oh. I only 2 me know, you know. I know only 2 me know
Why
from.
you pick a top 4?
All right, so far.
Yeah.
From Manning Cup. Almost scored 4 goals score on Mona.
Yes.
How much goals score upon JC so far? It's 2.
Yes.
So I come down to you have to use statistics on that with goal score against and clean sheet.
And clean sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Wilmans have 0 goals.
Huh?
What about when
Wilmans have
score
0
goals?
goals.
Wilmans have 0 goal.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm save 2 penalty to here.
well you are the better keeper so far.
So Wilmans have the best keeper.
Yeah. Based on stats.
You know, so it's a pilot that.
Yeah?
It's a pilot that in the goal I keep, you know.
Bright
Top
boy.
4 defenders. Top 4
Hold
defenders.
on. You know, so the goalkeeper from Wolmer's is Phoenix, right?
No.
You know.
Woolmans?
You never know.
Yeah, Woolmans. Yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excelsior goalkeeper with the save of the week.
Yeah, him I never know about. Excelsior keeper.
That's a twin, you know.
Oh, the shot
Yes,
keeper,
that's
yeah.
a twin, you know. The keeper is a twin, you know. His brother play left back, you know.
I
for
think we see
Excelsior.
him at Phoenix already, you know. Yeah.
You know, him there Phoenix way before we score.
Yeah.
So, you know, these I want you to name me the top 4 defenders. You're
So
gonna
when
call
is the game? The Woolmans and Mona.
Mona. All right, top 2 then. Give me the top 2 defenders then.
Top 2 defenders.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I look on picture them.
We can help you, you know. Because if Dovey are the leading goal scorer as a defender, he must be one of the top defenders.
No, I don't ramp with my phone.
Me I look on the goal scoring, but at the end of the day, I must say what is primary objective of a defender.
To defend is his first job.
Right? Or to help the team get a clean sheet. So you start look at you look at goals conceded. You understand? For determine that. The
All
goal
right,
scoring.
I don't want to drag it out any further. Top 2 midfielders.
We never go so independent. No, top 2 midfielders.
You say you rate Bell. You say you rate Bell.
I don't know which position Bell playing for months.
10.
10, okay.
Dylan John 10. JC.
True. That's true.
Top winger, left winger. The youth with 4 goals. Best defensive midfielder. Top wingers now.
Hey, Kante is a big player, Kante.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Talented. Kick the ball like a rocket.
But what I'm saying to you now, top 2 attackers.
Whisper, number 1.
But what I'm saying, from goalkeeper go to the attackers. Don't Phoenix have a top player in all of those categories?
Yeah, that's true.
So what does that say to you in each category that Phoenix has the top players in this Manning Cup? What does that say to you?
It's say that Phoenix, our system, they have a program that is developing the players.
Then give the man him credit. Give Craig Butler him credit. Say man do a very good job. Give the man him credit. But the man never want to play Manning Cup, Him want the system for starting of the school system. But hear what's going on there now. Hold on 1 second. Don't cut me off. Just let me hear. Just hear me out 1 second. So what you see, because we can't get to do it the way that it ought to do that, we are showing how to do it. We start putting it into schools. So Mona get it and Mona know how it is. Papine and other schools is going to be involved. Because it must be something why he has all these players in the top position. And me as a man that just gone to Papine, it's been a journey, and it's a journey that I will take on because it's a learning process. And Papine has gotten better after scoring no goal into scoring 2 goals now. So it must be something in this man's philosophy of football knowledge and football coaching.
Richie.
Yes, sir.
A long time I Craig Butler in ratings, from John Terry days, and did I in a goal from Glen.
I want you to forward this live.
From Leon Bailey, I got Constant Spring School, Constant Spring Primary. From Chevron Meshimas days, from Jason Wright days.
Yes.
I tell you, from when Craig Butler drive over Constant Spring with the red car, Arena Fall, and him even carry over the top something so wide, he doesn't make rain fall with it. When it done, everybody hungry, guy soup man, drink your soup. Everybody when me a little you. You can't figure them days over Constant Spring. Usually train with Phoenix. I tell us a long time.
Did you know that I was sitting in the box office very proud looking at Leon Bailey playing alongside Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yeah.
This is him playing against 2 of the greatest players that play.
It's a long time I Craig in praise, man. Long time.
Yeah. So Unseen, what was your specific was it mostly just the Topi versus King thing?
No, Unseen is a king defender, because him see him potential in him. And as I said to you before, we don't look at King as a bad player. We just know that he needs to be developed more.
Yeah, we can understand that.
At 15-year-old, Whisper can't talk it out loud now. Whisper could have realized that him weak to him left side. So him sell him a girl and just go to him left. And that's why him beat him over and over again. So it's not that rocket scientist. You find a player weakness, you just work on it. So
True.
what if a 15-year-old can do that? What you think them big man are going to know?
The top players, them all get rid of him. Them all find him
Quick and
weaknesses and get rid
fast.
of him.
Quick and fast.
But
Cause you're gonna,
when I say
football is like a chess match now, you ask the questions, and when the questions are asked, you know what to do. If you can't beat him, go left. You can't beat him, go right. Go down the middle. It's gonna be a jigsaw puzzle. You have to test him. Some you're whipping, some you're cutting. So them can't study. You have to mix it up, chief it
but
up.
but when I say Topi better than him, now we have to really check back and say no, Topi not better than him right now. Cause Topi even work. You can't run past Topi with the ball.
That
What
was
would,
one time. Mr.
what was
Well,
the
last
reason
when
why
last
you
is the
said Topi
Topi.
isn't better?
When last is the Topi.
You see Topi the other day down at Mount Pleasant, I got cover the Poachers Marcus Garvey game.
And isn't he not at the weight that he used to be? Him
But
chisel down.
him not have the belly against it, but still
Him
need
chisel
whole
right down.
Still need
Him
whole
get
barrel.
into himself. Jamal Topi has looked into himself and see some young player like King a catch up on him and go fix himself.
Catch up on him, King gone left him.
All right, you
No
go on
way.
talk.
Huh?
Go on talk.
King gone left him,
Where's
Richie, man.
King
Come
now?
on.
Which club is King at?
Still at Cavaliers.
Where has
Alright.
Topi been?
We're going to have this conversation again.
Where has Topi been?
Topi's at Mount Pleasant.
Where was
Where
he
has he
before?
been?
Huh?
Where has he been before?
It was at Cavaliers also. Then
And before Cavaliers?
was it
USA.
USA? Yeah, USA.
All right. Now the question I have for you, right? Who won the Premier League this year?
Harborview.
How about you?
Who come second?
Bowling.
Who come third?
Cavaliers.
Who come fourth?
Mount Pleasant.
That's statistically. What would you have to say that makes King better than Topi?
All right. So
Wait, let me ask the questions that they would ask as a professional.
yeah,
Is he better in the air?
Topi.
Yeah.
Topi is better in the year.
Okay.
Topi is better in the year.
Is he able to cover more ground than King?
King is more fast than him. Quicker than him.
Is that what I'm saying? Covering
Cover
ground
more ground.
is different from being faster. In
Explain.
other words, if Topi need to get over to the right side, how much step he need?
Yeah, but you can make the step, but you don't necessarily mean so you move faster than the person, but quicker than you naturally.
All right. What do big clubs use to decide what players they have? How tall is King?
6'4", 6'5", somewhere there.
You can tell me
King or Topi. Topi is 6'4", 6'5". King is around 6'1".
Brandon, how tall is King?
I have to find.
King is about 6'2", 6'1".
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Topi is 6'8".
6'4", 5".
No. Brandon, how tall is Topi?
It says online 6'8".
Yeah, 6'8", man.
No,
on
no reach this
transfer
already.
market.
Taller than you know, Richie.
Yeah, but him no reach 6'8".
Not 6'8". Not 6'8".
6'5", you
Is
put him.
he's much taller than King.
He's 6'5".
Yeah.
Max.
And the big clubs, they look for players, central defenders, that are going to be good in the air, that can work well within a system, that is not easily dismantled. How many times have you seen Topi dismantled playing for Jamaica?
A few times, but not as much.
He got dismantled, I think, in the Austria.
Huh?
He got dismantled in the Austria game, I think, yeah.
And Canada.
And Canada.
Who got dismantled in the Austria game?
Topi.
And in the Canada game, how did King do?
Everybody looked bad in that game. Everybody. And the King alone. Everybody. Team.
How did King look in the local games for Jamaica?
King are gonna play one good game for Jamaica for me.
So even though play one good game for Jamaica, how can you say that he's a good
Richie,
player?
they say King don't play one good game for Jamaica?
He only played one good game for Jamaica for me.
Okay, for you. Okay.
Yeah.
What you play one good game for Jamaica, right? What makes him better than Topi? What are you using to evaluate him?
All right, so let me change that. King play more than one good game for me for Jamaica.
How many games he played that was dismal though?
The Canada game, that's one out of it. Yeah, I think that and the
games I watched out there was this
the Suriname game in Blunder and the Suriname game. Make the goal score.
Remember, I'm a defender in a hands.
And I think Low have to call him and say switch side. Because in the Blunder and the Suriname game, the second leg, it's Blunder. But
let me ask you this again. What makes him better than Topi?
He's more faster, composed on the ball, a better player at the moment.
Composed on the park?
On the ball.
Nothing wild to me.
Huh?
I don't see anything wild about Topi. I don't see him kick the ball.
No, and what I'm saying is that Topi, when King hold the ball, the sure him going to make a pass, a splitting pass. So now kick with the ball along, like Topi, he might look for a pass. And now he can dribble, he can take up the ball and dribble into the midfield. Topi can't let Topi will lose the ball.
But Topi is a central defender with a certain set of skill sets. If you want to get a man, have you ever heard of Khalid Koulibaly?
Koulibaly, yeah, Chelsea ball. Huh?
You ever watch his earlier games for Genk or Napoli?
No.
Well, you'll realize that he was one of the main attackers because he would make a pass down to the wing. And by the time the man across it, I hit that little box. I head it in.
Right.
Yeah? A lot of that was learned at Genk. And I know him personally well. And I see that potential in Topi. I see a 15-year-old dismantle King. You understand what I said?
I understand what I said, but I'm going to say something when you finish.
I don't think that Topi deserves any less accolades than King. And Topi have more raw material, more gifts. They can build on Topi more. When I got Duvina, Richie will tell you, when I got Duvina, was just a quiet, normal little guy. When me done Billy Mina, he's a monster and big like a house, you know. You understand? When him go for headers, when him go for... Because that's all the raw material and I build on it. And that's what clubs do. They take players and they build on them. The raw material. You see, great coaches don't see people for what they are. They see them for what they could be.
So all right. The first question I want to ask you. They use the comparison of Koulibaly with Topi. Now, one key ingredient in Koulibaly is that Koulibaly have fast twitch fiber. Topi have slow twitch fiber. Speed cannot be developed.
You know the fiber them is in a Topi foot?
Huh?
You know the fibers that are in Toby foot?
Not talk about the fibers that make you move quick, you know, agility.
No. Listen, you can't tell me what is in Toby foot. It's a whisper father that sit down. Me, I tell you this. When I got whisper, Richie will still tell you. Richie,
Yes.
finish the sentence to me. Whisper your slow like.
Molasses.
That me tell him.
No, but remember, whisper, young youth, you know.
Listen.
Two different, you know.
Technique, fitness, focus will make you faster.
Not everybody. Not everybody. Not everybody. Not for Topi. Topi will never get faster.
All right. Hey, Craig, do you have any other? I see the a lot of comments, a lot of back and forth about this topic. I mean, at the end of the day, they're both called up tomorrow, correct? They're both called up for tomorrow.
Yeah, both are called up, so hopefully we'll see some good football from both of them tomorrow.
Yeah, I think tomorrow.
And let me tell you, being critical of King, I don't have a problem with King, you know.
I know.
As a person, as a player, I don't have a problem with him. The problem I have is with speed.
Okay.
And with speed pushing him before his time. You understand?
Right.
So when you are hiding things that happen, Whisper dismantle him down a Cavaliers.
But if Whisper catch two of him, I do the same thing too.
Possibly.
Right.
But
easier.
What's the difference though?
Easier.
Because company over Mount Pleasant now, Speed now gonna try hide it and tell life on the youth. That's why I tear off my shirt today, you know. I tell you something, I was driving home. And I tell you, let me tell you this, I think it's Jamar from This or That Sports. One of them called me and said, you know, hear what the man had to say about Whisper on the TV. I would say, send me the link to Ryan. And immediately I went on the program and I attacked him and I said, hold on, stop telling lies. What do you mean you cool down Whisper? You cool down Whisper by giving him a red card because he didn't come to you. That's what you did. You sent him off the pitch because he refused to come to you. And because your coach was telling him, don't listen to you. Don't listen to Butler and this and that. And Whisper say, you can't tell me that. You can't tell me not listen to my coach. Let me tell you something about that. He's fiercely loyal. You understand? He will defend his family to the end. And that's what all Phoenix do. So when I came on and I defended him, because Speed was saying, oh, we just cool him off, him not good at him, this and him that and whatever. No, I'm not going to let you say that about my client, but it's not true. When my clients mess up, you know, I will say they mess up. I'll say they mess up. Or I try to spin it in such a way to say, okay, well, he's young, or him this, or him that, or whatever. Yeah? What if a time after the spin doctor work with Kyle when Kyle doing whatever him do at the time? Right? Or just keep my mouth shut and don't say nothing. And we'll work out in the end. All families have issues. But the truth of it is that he attacked Whisper and tried to promote King as being the beginning and end of and savior of Jamaica's defense. Well, the youth not ready for that yet. The youth need some more grooming, some more. If you cut in on King left foot in him, dead enough. Can't use him left enough. Watch a game tomorrow if he plays.
He's not there. Yeah, visa issue. I'm not there.
Topi can't play.
That is the next case. That is the
Topi
next
can't play either?
Huh? I'm going to Canada.
Topi is there.
Topi's there?
Topi is there. King is not there.
Oh, King not there. Okay.
But this is what I'm saying to Craig. That is what Topi have over King. Because Topi has gone to the USL. And that's another level other than the JPL.
But USL a Bush League, Richie, man.
Even if it is Bush League, he has gone to.
Stop it, man.
Let me tell you something. Bush League Austria better than Bush League at Jamaica.
Oh, everything better than but a Bush League.
And where has King gone higher than JPL in Jamaica?
No, but his talent show that he can go to In talent, just like Cephas. When we think Cephas in a national team, Cephas, super talent.
Yeah.
Let me
Me
ask you a
agree.
question. Let's go back to the Kyle issue. Do you realize that people like Speed blocked and said Kyle wasn't good and tried to create a thing around the youth for years and years and years? Until Kyle played 15 minutes in the national under 23 there. The one time played for Jamaica. And the whole world shut up.
Yeah, man, he play good, man.
The whole world shut up.
He play good.
And then immediately after that, they don't call him for the under 21 when the under 23 in place again. The politics that them use in this world, in this Jamaica football thing, it will kill youth if you don't have a man like me and fight for them. Just imagine the backlash that Whisper had the other day. Suppose we weren't there, he did him and saying, Whisper, no man, don't listen to them, you're the best. Don't worry, come train, we're going to match them up, come, we're going to really so say that, come show them what you can do and boom, boom, boom. You think he would be playing at the level that he is now?
No, I wouldn't be playing at the level if it wasn't for you guys.
You ever hear the saying, we don't kill youths, we build youths?
Right.
Speed, kill youths.
I won't say that though. I won't say he kill you. I won't say that part.
Somebody can't say be kill youth, but me I tell you, say Speed kill youth. Because they would have tried kill Kyle, they would have tried kill Leon. Leon don't play for Jamaica under 20, and the same thing reach Leon now.
That's what I'm just telling. I asked him if Leon play on that with Jamaica.
You know that Richie, man. Richie, you know that, you know. They must have already run Phoenix, you know. I tell you.
So the question is, how long are we going to allow these corrupt individuals to continue pushing their own agenda at the expense of other good players?
All right. Auntie, if you know that and you know how long it's been saying that this player is nothing but a normal player, and then the man come with a new set of generations of player who's supposed to surpass that every time another generation you're supposed to evolve, you know, past what that generation did before. And I'm still not saying that. No, man. Whisper a regular player. Donahue is a regular player. Dip is a regular player. Conte is a regular player. And statistics show that they lead in each category.
But look now, you say you know Jason Wright, right? You said you were around during that time. The minute Jason Wright leave Phoenix and go on a Cavaliers, what happened?
National Under 17 World Cup.
The minute Sean Laws leave Phoenix and go Cavaliers, what happened?
I never know Sean Laws.
You never know Sean was at Phoenix?
No, I never know Sean Laws.
You want me to show you the video then?
They can show me, man.
Me build Sean Laws, yeah? The minute he left into the national, the minute Romario Williams left Phoenix, where am I?
Romario Williams?
Yes, Romario Williams from
I think
KC.
Cavaliers.
How about you?
Why did you not take the national team same time? Romario Williams was in the same national under 17 that Jason Wright was in.
Yes. Free.
So basically, you take three or four Phoenix built players, take them over to Cavaliers, and the minute they reach Cavaliers, you put them in the national team. And those that stayed, the Sharky, the Kyle, the Mike, the Leon, the Travis, the Kemari, you fight them for life and block them. That man is a wicked. Let me tell you something. God not sleep, yeah? Not sleeping. And that is why some people have true success. And some people keep having to eat out of the gutter. That's the truth. Yeah? Pick. Get a little one player here, a little one player there. And have to use the national team as his own showcase. That make no sense still? And we, you know who should be blamed? It's not Speed enough. if we as a country allow him to do it.
Yeah.
We as a country. I see him push King into that national team like King is the savior of the defensive football. King nine of the top 10 defenders in Jamaica. Right now, from age group, go straight up. King better than Pinnock.
Remember, say Anthony is a King defender. You know?
It doesn't matter. It's
He might be
King better than Pinnock, Anthony.
Richie,
Yeah.
in Jamaica, you're saying that? In Jamaica.
Yeah.
Jamaica national team.
Anthony, is King better than Pinnock?
No,
No.
sir. Mad?
Better than Mariapa?
No, sir.
He better than the other one that play with the dreads?
Who that?
He play center half with Damien more time. More?
Oh.
Greg Lee?
No man,
No,
Moore
sir.
I think his name is.
Leon Moore?
Yeah.
Leon Moore idiot, man.
Okay.
Leon Moore idiot.
Alright. Me I tell you right now, in a money
Better
cup, do be better than King. Right.
Me not gonna accept that. When I can say Dubby
Alright,
have
let
good
me ask you
potential.
the question now. You say you're not going to accept it, right?
No, sir.
Is your quickly saying not going to accept it? On what basis have you made that decision?
Because Dubby don't play in the National League. He never played for Jamaica National Competition.
So Leon Bailey never played for Jamaica National League either.
Improve himself in the national team.
The reason Duffy is not in the national team is because speed blocked him from being in the national team. So the question is again, Leon Bailey don't play in the National Premier League, but because King play, King deserves to be rated higher than Duffy. How much time Cavaliers play Phoenix? A practice match the last 2 years.
Well, when you're an interim back for a good amount of times.
Okay. How much time them beat you?
I don't know the score line. I don't know the score.
They don't beat us. So we have Jamani Bell, Dylan John, Whisper, Dante, yeah, the Licoras, Dovey, I play center half, and them can't beat with. On what basis are you going to say King is better than Dovey?
Let me just say
Let's go
because
to more match. Dovey has gone to Aston Villa and beat them 7-4. They're U18, U19.
right.
They are the FA Cup champions of England. He has gone to Crystal Palace and beat the league champions 5-0 at centre half. Yeah? He has gone to Reading, the rest of them. He has gone to Genk and beat them. He got to Leverkusen and draw as a centre half. How many times has King done that?
That don't necessarily mean saying that that don't give you the leverage to say, all right, yeah, better defender.
What he's saying on team
But your leverage that you just gave me is
The leverage
that
that-
King
that-
play
that-
Premier League in a Jamaica.
No, I said that he plays for the country and he plays well in my eyes. No, do we have to play for the country?
No, that's not what you said. Unseen. What you say is him. Dovey don't play Premier League. King play Premier League.
No, I never say Premier League. Country, me I talk about, man. If you make a mistake, me change it now, people. Country.
Okay.
Country.
I allow you to make that change. But if Dovey was given the opportunity to play for Jamaica, how do you know he wouldn't have played better than King? You don't, do you?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows that.
Okay, so you can't say King better than him because he play for Jamaica and Dovey don't play.
No, but you
That
can't
is like saying, hold on, no. That is like saying, what my boy used to play before Chippy. The winger them used to play before Chippy. That play under 20 for Jamaica when them never carry Chippy in. Is better than Chippy because them play for Jamaica and Chippy don't play. Alex Marshall, good example. He played for Jamaica when Chippy wasn't playing. Him the better than Chippy?
No, because he's not complete. In weak. One side I'm weak.
And who developed him?
Jamani Georges, Cavaliers.
No, say no Georges. Rudolph Speed develop him. Rudolph Speed player. From the youth in a prep school come up as speed coaching. And he still can't use him right foot. So the question is, you cannot use playing for Jamaica as the means by which to judge a player being better than somebody else. Being called up for Jamaica does not mean you are good. It means you play for Cavaliers.
Being called up doesn't mean you're good. True, that's true.
You understand? It
That's
means
how it is now.
you have people
Once
that
upon a time, you
control
had
the
to earn
JPF
it.
that put you in.
We have to prove yourself on the field, you know. Have to prove yourself on the field. But my question is, though, Craig Butler, what you use now to prove that Duvey is better than King? What you use?
Well, Duvey will leave right after Money Cup is done. And he will go to Europe. And he will play in the Premier League in Europe.
Which Premier League? Which country?
Belgium, most likely. Yeah?
Club?
Club. I'm not say the club online because they have reasons why you can't. They can still young.
Okay.
Yeah? Now, the point I'm making though is, will that be your basis because he play for a particular club in Belgium that he will be better than King then?
I would say if King don't move and go in a better club, Duvey will pass him in a couple of years.
So basically, if I have the link to get him a contract in Belgium, that makes him better than King. You know, see the flawed thinking.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying is that
Because the same thinking that you use.
No. May I say if
King is in the national team because of Rudolph Speed. No other reason.
No, we can't say that. In performance, put him in
King
there.
all right. How much defender playing in the Premier League?
Huh?
How much defenders played in the Premier League?
A lot, man. No.
Okay, so are you telling me King was the best defender in the Premier League?
2021, he was the best.
Come on, dude. No.
2022, two defenders I put above him. Two defenders alone put above him. Two centre back alone.
You put two over him in 2022.
Yeah, two.
But in 2021, he was better. So
Yes,
he
it was
might
the better one.
regress.
Right, 2021, the COVID season, it was the better one. Best defender. In the
So what happened? The other two defenders didn't say them now, but they're playing nothing because of COVID.
Huh?
The other two defenders that you put over him in 2022, they decided not to play in COVID in 2021.
All right, look at this now. One defender.
How did they just miraculously get better than him?
No, remember, say current form, you know, people get better each time, you know, and the player that I put above him is Elvis Wilson from Waterhouse. Right? He did not play in 2021. He left Yuatan to Waterhouse, and you can watch all and clips him. For me, he's one of the best defenders. Penny Cook from was it Tivoli? One of the better centre back in the league. And I think those two defense centre backs play better than King this season. We put King third.
None of them don't get called up for the national though.
Well, that is the problem. The best players never get called up from the Premier League to the national team. You know? Richie, the best players from the Premier League never get called up. So that's why people always saying that our Premier League players are not good because the best players out of the Premier League never get called up yet.
Understand what you are saying? But I'm saying that your argument is flawed. Duvey doesn't play in the Premier League, so that makes King better than him.
Well,
Leon doesn't make it play for Jamaica, so that makes Alex Marshall better than him. Kyle Butler didn't get to play for Jamaica, that makes Tyreek McGee and all of the them who used to look up to him when he might play for Genk better than him. You know, say argument flawed.
No man, that's the picture that them paint to you.
Let's show you a thing.
I don't believe that.
Right? Whisper didn't play for the national under 20.
True.
Are those players better than Whisper?
Well, I don't think so. He never have to play Manning Cup for me, said that. Richie know that. He never have to play Manning Cup.
That's why you said that, but you're speaking on behalf of the masses. You're converted to Whisper because of what I have put up. Suppose I never post every day with Whisper. and show him over here, sir. Over
Well,
there,
that's why it's very important that you know that you have to have clippings of players.
Clippings of who?
Players. A player playing.
Brother, nobody have more clippings than me. Me, right? Just say, no, I'm on a phone and the only way him can borrow it is if him take off all the picture of them.
That's why I'm saying, Craig, nobody know it's important than you to make sure you have visual. Because you have great record from a long time.
But the problem is not, I can have records and visuals, but speed will continue to fight the players and pushing it. And the reason that this happens is because FIFA has put in something called there shall be no conflict of interest, and it's part of their statutes, and Jamaica is ignoring it by having speed. The president of Cavaliers and owner also being the chairman of the technical committee that chooses coaches, chooses players, all of this.
So I'm going to ask you a question though, Craig. Before Speed get the position.
Let me ask you one question before this. Quick question. If you say that there are two defenders in 2022 better than King, yeah? How the hell King get called in on the national side? No, and them man then get called.
Well, politics, but King is a good defender though.
So you're saying politics now? They're admitting that Speed is the reason why I'm in the national team.
No, I never say Speed do it, because I have no evidence that Speed do it.
Which other politics? Who picked the national team?
I do have no evidence.
The new coach, hold on. You're telling me that the new coach picked the team before him get the job? Because they picked the team before him get the job, to go Argentina.
But what I'm saying to you, Craig, is that I have no evidence of who picked the team. They never come out and say, hey, it's me pick the team. We're just speculating.
So you think Pussa got teeth milk and say I me teeth the milk?
Well, me can't jump up and say, oh, them do it because I don't have any evidence.
I can't never thought somebody could have shot tonight. No, but the reality, what I tell you, my friend.
I understand.
Evidence is there visually for you to see. But by your own words, and you're a King fan, you've said in 2021 King was good. But in 2022, you had two players better than him. Why those two players have not been selected to the national team?
I'm going to fix the King fan thing. I am not a King fan. I am just giving what is due to see. Because if King mess up, I'm going to burn him like I'm burn Topic. I usually say Topic good. When Topic I go
you know the hurtful thing about it?
I promote
King is a good youth. He's a good youth. He just need guidance and need to get some training. He needs some technical. You know, say within the national team there are no technical trainers though, right? There are no technical trainers. There's nobody that's gonna see a King and know him weakness or a Topi and take them and work with them to fix that weakness. I'll give you an example. Come here, Mike. You see that youth here?
Yeah.
We're gonna tell you a story. When you came to Phoenix, how old were you? 13. How much did they weigh? 300 pounds. When you said you wanted them, tell us what you said the first day you came to me.
I want to be a professional footballer.
You heard what I'm saying?
No, I'm not hearing him.
Say it loud.
I said I want to be a professional footballer, and how can I?
And what was the answer?
Run.
He run for 6 months straight and don't touch a ball. Then after that, we work on him left foot, work on him right foot. What's the first position he play? Centre back. Then from there, where you go?
Right.
Then from there, where you go? Defensive midfield. Then from there, where you go?
Right wing.
Right wing. And now where you play?
Centre forward.
Now you're a striker. You understand? You develop. You see the weaknesses and you fix them. You don't recruit a player and throw him in a national team and try to make a buck off him head. That's an unfair thing you're doing to the kids. King cannot tackle with his left foot. So once you go down the right side, and cut in on him left, him topple. That can be fixed. How many people have made an effort to fix it? Has speed? Does he have the eye for it? Does he know how to fix it? No. He just want to make the money. And in his rush and zeal to get it, he push him up in the national team before I'm ready. You have to fix the issues. Why Mona plays him?
What you say?
Fix all of them issues piece by piece, step by step. Whisper, right? His movement. You understand? The volley that him kicked the other day, by kick. He said the volley was whisper kick. Come here.
Big goal, man. Big goal, man. Big goal. I was
What
there
was
live.
he doing on the turf the morning, like 3 mornings before?
With the train how to kick volley and how to set up your body properly. And which part of the ball you must kick to get the volley.
Hear that?
Yeah.
So we were all training how to kick down, how to kick down, how to kick down and connect the ball. And we're just doing it repeatedly. Whisper go in the game and the ball come over and just lie down, boom, far post. Easy.
You're gonna have to tell me that, because me know it. Remember, saying gun dog, I make your gun dog and feel me.
See?
You have to tell me them things.
But what I said to you is the idea of importing players into the national team before they're ready and pushing players who are good out because of where they come from only comes from people who are in the position who have a conflict of interest. They should not be in that position at all.
But
You understand? And then when the FIFA come to Jamaica and ban Jamaica.
But
Because it's against FIFA.
This is the question I want to ask you. I want to ask Richard the same question. Before Speed get the position, wasn't you getting fight before Speed getting the position of technical chairman of technical committee?
Yes.
Okay.
You know I was getting fight by?
Who?
Speed was the president of Kasafa. Same Speed, keep my ban in for 7 years. I tell me if I give him before players, he lift the ban. And I said, no, I'm not giving you none of my players. The whole of you stay out of the wilderness. You think it's today I do it?
All right.
The only difference between me and other people is I'm powerful enough and strong enough to stand up and say it to him face. You have some little man with a squat and give them in players. How many players that Cavaliers have that actually were developed at Cavaliers? Where King come from?
Florida.
Huh?
Jungle.
Where?
Junglist.
Where him they play before?
CC, Clarendon.
Clarendon College.
KT.
Was he always at?
Then Clarendon.
Was he always at Cavaliers Football Club?
I think he was at Cavaliers before he was Clarendon.
Yeah.
Where was Paris?
St. Marcus Garvey. St. Anne. Then Dintil. Time and Patient.
Where was Pearson?
Then Cavaliers.
Where was Pearson?
Santos.
Where was
Santa Cruz.
where was Rochester?
Chester. Holy Trinity. No, Manchester.
Where are Phoenix players from? Phoenix. You don't understand?
Nah,
I come when I'm young. But earn the right. You understand?
yeah, man. Sir.
Speed has recruited the players with the promise of getting into the national team so that he can sell them. You understand?
All right. Now that's what I said. All right. So put away you and Speed problem. So the question is again.
The problem is not me and Speed, it's a national problem. You don't understand? All those people, all those clubs, the youth them coming from. Somebody got shafted. You don't get it? Him cut the little people them throat and take with them player. So all the little work what the man them do. Down to Alex Marshall. You think that Alex Marshall will start out at speed? You don't understand.
Where him start out?
That little thing in a Portmore, I think. In the that. You understand?
Yeah, bro.
It ugly, brother.
But my thing is, before Speed get the position or before Speed so beginning of the football did the wrong from morning. There but other people wicked
It
and
did
stupid.
wrong from morning. Look at Vin Blaine. Vin Blaine was
Yeah.
the
Wrong from
technical
day
director
one.
at Harborview
Wrong from
Football
day
Club.
one. So we are
Hold
put
on
up
now, at the
all the
same
blame for
time,
Speed. You understand?
hold on now.
No, you can't
Vin
put
Blaine was the
you
technical
know, some of
director
that
of
my problem
Harborview
with
Football
Speed.
Club. At the
You
same
read
time, he was the
like
technical
Speed.
director of the national team. Harborview Football Club was in the national team as a result. Vin Blaine said Leon Bailey is an ordinary player. I'm not good.
Right.
But the reason they would choose to say those things is simply because they have an axe to grind. They're trying to make a money. So because enough for them player, them fight him out of the national team, which is unfair to the Jamaican people.
Right. And before Cavaliers start come on top, you only could have got 2 clubs to make it in the national team. 2
How about
clubs.
people?
How about you and who?
Portmore United.
Portmore United. So you can't we ask me just can't blame Speed for everything.
You don't understand enough. I don't blame Speed. He's an opportunist.
Yeah.
He is what he is. Right? I remember, there was a story one time. I'll share it with you quickly. A lady was walking out in the snow and just saw a snake almost dead, frozen, half frozen to death. She picked up the snake, carried him inside. Her heart was filled with compassion. Pick him up, put him by the fireplace, bring him back to warm him, bring him back to life, feed him, and she have him living with her. And she and the snake live good for about a year. One day the snake just bite her in her neck. She said, while she dead, she said to the snake, why you doing that? Didn't I help you and save you and everything? You know, the snake said to her, you never know, so I was a snake when they pick me up.
Snake would always be a snake.
All right.
A snake will always be a snake.
Phone and charger. Oh,
All right, well, I think, Craig, I got to call it a night because there's a few
yeah,
things
me
that.
too. But think about the reality, right? The reality is very simple. It is not Speed that's the problem. It is a system that would allow somebody like Speed to take hold of the JFM. It's a system that doesn't stick to the FIFA rules that say there should be no conflicts of interest when someone takes a power of authority within the governing body.
But he said FIFA gave him the job.
FIFA didn't give him no job. You mad? JFF have them man give him job. No, FIFA can't tell you who to pick.
They recommend that him do some good work. Him do some good work in football. But him does work that
No FIFA would recommend without Speed the president of Cavaliers to also be the chairman of the technical.
he's not the president. The president is a different name. He's there as the president. He's not the president.
He's not the president of Cavaliers.
He's now not the president, but he's him own Cavaliers, and he's also the coach. Him also coach Heidel.
Indirectly.
Him only do it indirectly because he's trying to, because I go into schoolboy football, him and try to show say them want to compete with me too. But the point of it, as I'm saying, is, and we need to all go. The point I'm saying is, Speed should not be allowed to be in that level. Just so much the same way, Craig Butler, should not be the chairman of any technical committee in the JFF because I bleed Phoenix blood.
Sure.
You understand?
I understand that.
It's not like somebody I say, okay, be want the job, I said, no, if you have the job. It should be an unbiased person that will select players from Phoenix that are good, players from Harborview that are good, players from Cavaliers that are good. But not the Cavaliers, man, inside the job. I collect the whole of the Cavaliers players them and I push them up whether they're ready or not. and I sing them praises, and forcing the coach that he selects to put them in the team, I know a lot more than I can say. But one thing I'll tell you, there are reasons why they don't have Paul Hall in the position anymore. All right, so we were supposed to talk about Manning Cup and football, and we end up going back in that speed and foolishness.
We did a lot. The first half was that. Don't discredit that.
From Richie, come on, it was over.
The wire.
Well, yeah, I saw it in the comments. I'm like, all right, it'll be entertaining at least. So, no, but it was good discussions. That it's always good to have. But Unseen Sports. What's your actual name? Sorry.
Unseen Sports TV.
Unseen Sports TV. What's your real name?
Javon Parchman.
All right, Javon Parchman. All right, thanks for joining. You can follow him on Unseen Sports. Richie, thanks as always. Richie's in Royalty Sports. You can check them out, and of course, subscribe and like on this one as well. So we appreciate you guys all joining. Craig, any last words? Anything?
One of a Manning Cup.
From last year, I said that, Craig.
Let me tell you something. I don't care whether I win Manning Cup or not. In the middle of the games, we have to push up same way if a man make mistake.
Let's say I play a two-back system.
Eh?
Ultra attack.
What I call it, a what?
Two-back system, ultra attack.
That's so much?
Yeah, man. When I watch it, man, at 2, sometimes at 3, man, I defend alone. Everybody up top. And them can't score.
That's sticking to what we have as our advantage, don't?
Yeah. You think you
They play Papine with a 2-3-5.
I think you have to go balance against the JCs still. You have to balance the defense.
Balance? Why?
Can't do ultra so. They might play what can hurt you, man. They might play with quality what can hurt you, you know?
If you know anything about me, you'll realize I'm extremely consistent.
It's true.
True.
All right.
You know much times, for example, Whisper. Practice cutting in and shooting with that left foot. Practice dipping and cutting outside and shooting with him right foot. It's consistency make it good enough. The same with Chippy and Kyle and them, you know. Over and 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 over. So if I stay as a coach, what do you think I'm going to stay as when I'm playing games?
You're going consistent, just like you.
Yeah.
Craig, you remember the game that you played against Charlie Mount 2020?
How it ended?
And a little fight that go on with the player.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. When Whisper was like 15 years old at that time.
Yeah.
I was watching the warm up with the shooting drill. I'm just sitting and I said, my God, this
gunshot.
Yeah, man, I'll be a bullet to fly, man. Be a bullet to fly.
But that is because I take everyone in the Phoenix youth, Jamani Bell just score a free kick. Right? Dylan John a turn and a fire. Theo a shoot from against Heidel from just above the half line and control the ball and bust it. Kante, our goalkeeper, anything above him 18-yard box, you better set wall up at your goal. You can kick from behind in front of him 18-yard box. Either your net, you know.
Yeah, man, you can't kick the ball, man.
But why? Technique added to raw material. You know, a lot of people want to achieve, but they're not willing to put in the work to achieve it.
True.
You understand? True. So when me tell you, say, Duvey, put in the work. Duvey can use him left foot, right foot, curl, drive, tackle, lead, head, everything. So
that's it, you know, Craig. What them can't understand with these boys, you know, them just don't wake up and just good so overnight. Them train hard, you know, brother. Enough people must grudge them when them reach somewhere and have a little achievement, you know. Them train day and night, rain or shine, you know.
Training go on today, now, you know that?
That's what I'm trying to say to them.
What you mean?
Work.
You have the facilities still, you can't keep it indoor.
Or you them eat have what you call it, you know? Them have a seafood diet. It's like how other people have nutrition.
Mm.
Them you they eat anything them see. Because they just a burn. Morning, evening. It's important.
Sure.
We have to compete against the best in the world for positions in Europe. You have to be that much better, that much fitter, that much stronger. You understand?
Right.
Yeah.
And what Speed did and has been doing is not helping. Because you get, it's like if you want a candy, you just go to mommy. You don't have to go clean the yard or anything. Mommy just give the candy. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to earn the right. You just go play for Cavaliers and you get in a national. I saw the thing really set. Seriously. Have a good night, guys. One love,
All
yeah?
right.
So
Good
respect.
night, everybody.
Peace, peace.
Yeah.